Hey, fellow artist, if you've been following me for a while, you may have noticed that I've been gone. I kind of took a little break from doing the videos, and I also took a little break from watercolor. And I experimented with oil painting, and I have to say, it's my new love. I actually didn't experience that. It's not my first time with oil, so I was familiar with oil painting. Actually, my first time with oils was my first introduction to art, which was when I was 15, so 10 years ago. No, I'm actually not too shy about saying my age because it's kind of part of my new journey. So I'm in my 60th year. I will turn 60 in June. And it's had it 50 was one thing, not too worried about it, but at 60 I'm really kind of feeling like, okay, I got 20 good years left, right? Hopefully, knock on wood, right? Which I always heard my dad say. I got, then it went down to 10. I got 10 good years left, So on my social media, I've been posting about my latest oil paintings. One of them is right here, this beautiful, snowy owl with her little babies that she's feeding. I love this one. So I've been posting on there. I do have a Patreon. Which I've been posting some little tutorials, videos, that sort of thing, and just kind of reintroducing and letting my members and students know, my watercolor students know that I'm kind of moving on. As an artist, I feel like I really need to, I need to go to the next chapter. So it started when I was painting outdoors a lot with watercolors, and they dry really quickly, one. And then I was frustrated because I really wanted to use white to blend and to layer. And with watercolors, you think, right, your white is already on the paper, so you're applying light to dark. Where with oils, you put down your darkest or your dark medium values first, and then you work your way up to your lightest values, to your white, basically. And I really miss that. I miss that with art. I miss the freedom with oil painting or acrylic, because you work the same way. Then with watercolor, I felt like I was like limited, and it was just kind of holding me in. It was like, and I just feel like, I need to explode and be free. And I was doing colored pencils before watercolor, which are kind of similar, right? You're really limited on how to create your art, basically. So with oils, I feel like I'm just open. I can do anything. I can do whatever I want. I can mix colors. I can mix the values that I want. I can do anything. So I'm really having fun. And my journey is I'm buying a lot of new stuff. So I just got these kind of cool brushes. Here is, I'm trying all different paints, right? I'm trying the Gamblin. I'm trying the Rembrandt. I'm trying, Richardson, right? Richardson, okay? I really like that one. And so I'm trying all these different paints, just getting a few tubes here, a few tubes there, and seeing which ones I like. I like the buttery and creaminess of oil paints. So those are the ones I'm kind of going towards. And I'm also trying different mediums. I'm loving walnut oil, but it takes forever to dry. So, and I'm very particular about health. Okay, I am a cancer survivor, so I'm very particular about health and fumes and all this kind of stuff. So the Gamblin has this solvent-free gel. It's a safflower oil-based medium that I'm really enjoying. I really like this one. But still, I'm getting to know it, and it works differently with different paints and different colors and blah, blah, which is the same with watercolor. In any kind of medium, you have to kind of get to know it. So I'm on this wonderful journey, and I love painting wildlife. I do love landscapes, but I like to tell a story, and I like to paint outside, plein air. I love that. It's really hot right now. It's like 92 today. So I may wait for this heat wave to pass before I do any outdoor painting. And some of you may know me. I love teaching. I do. I love it. And I've been teaching and helping people all my life. My past life, I owned a spa. I did facials, a cosmetologist, and facialist to the stars was my past life. And I had a spa, and I taught other estheticians my technique, and I really enjoyed that. I was in that business for 30 years. And here I am starting a whole new one. I just can't stop myself. I'm actually becoming a student again. So that's my story right now. I'm becoming a student and learning myself about oil painting, and I'll share where I'm learning from, the books, the classes that I take. I will definitely share all that in the future, how I'm learning and what I'm using to learn. But what you'll see in this channel moving forward is actually going to be really exciting, because it's going to be a lot of art supply reviews, oil painting, mediums, canvases, brushes. There's so much to learn, okay? I just learned how to oil out a painting, which was quite the adventure. I learned the difference between, what's a medium, what's a solvent, what makes the difference, blah, 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 all that. So it's like, ow. So I'm going to share all that with you. I love doing reviews, product reviews. I find that just really fun. And I'll share that with you. And it seems like a lot of my top videos on my YouTube channel are all product reviews. And I usually research a product, the price, the ingredients, any hazards with it, before I buy it, so that I know what I'm buying. And I'm really into pigment info too. So if there's a redundant pigment, right, in these two different reds here, if there's a redundant pigment in there, I'd rather get another, like a orange red instead of a blue red. So I'll go into that too, but I'm probably going to cut that part out. Invitation. ChatGTP told me I should invite you to join me. If you're an experienced oil painter, please join me and let me know if I'm on the right path to something. If I got something right, if I nailed it, if I got something wrong, please let me know. I don't want to steer anybody wrong. And if you're just getting started, you're in exactly the right place. I've got lots of videos already recorded, and I will be uploading weekly. So if you want to join me, we could make mistakes together. That's how you learn. Never be afraid of making a mistake. I'd always tell my students, don't be afraid of making a mistake. That's how you learn. So in closing, once again, this is a beginning of a new chapter for me. I'm not leaving watercolors behind, no. I'm doing it because I'm inspired by something else. And watercolor will still be in my life. You can always ask me watercolor questions anytime you want. I'm so excited to have you here. Even if it's just 3 of you, I don't care. Let's just do this together. It's fun. And I have super quick. This is actually my front door. I did all this outside my front door. It's on my front porch. So I'm going to be finishing this up. I'm going to put a cat there, and I have some flowers, like a vine right there with flowers. So that's coming soon, and lots of other projects. And I'll be showing you more of my easel. This is actually kind of a test run for the eagle painting that I did, but now I'm going to be doing a couple eagles in here, and I think I'm going to try to use the palette knife on this one. Good old Bob Ross way, right? I'm going to be using the palette knife, experiment with that to do some eagles and landscaping. I actually did this mountain. These mountains are actually with the palette knife. So I'll be doing videos on that. And palette knife is so fun. It's so fun. And it goes fast too. It's like, yeah, that's why Bob Ross actually, yes, I've been watching Bob Ross videos while I paint. So Bob Ross actually got into palette knives because he needed to do fast paintings, right? 30-minute paintings or 40, whatever, however long the show was. I feel like they're a half hour. So he needed to do painting in like a 20 minutes because of the commercial. So he just, big brushes, palette knives, and he's done. That's why he's so awesome, because he put himself on a timer and he just, did the same thing pretty much, used the same tech. He mastered those techniques. So that's why Bob Ross is a rock star. He focused on one thing and got it right. So that's kind of what my goal is. I'm focusing on one thing now, which I've always kind of done. Also with oil painting, I can paint outside. I love painting outside. If you know me at all, I love nature. I love wildlife. Boy, when I'm painting outside, 4 hours goes by and I'm like, what? It felt like 20 minutes. So with oil painting, it's so easy. So easy to paint outdoors. You do kind of have to, you have a wet palette if you're driving somewhere. So I've got some tricks for that. I'm testing out some products for that. How do you walk around with a wet oil painting, right? So my goal with tutorials, right? And so I have this owl painting tutorial that I have next, but you may not want to, recreate an owl painting. This may not be your thing. So what I'm trying to do is create tutorials that will show you techniques that you can use in what you want to paint, right? Just like I was saying with the palette knife. How can you use that in your paintings, right? How can you create, kind of a glowy light? Could help you with a sunset or, rays of the sun, something like that. It's going to be to help you create what you want to create, right? Don't forget to follow and subscribe, because you're going to get a lot from what's in here and putting it in there.